Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wet Wednesday. It's not that wet, but it's pretty rainy last night, right? Pretty rainy. All right. All right, here we go. Silly names. Oh, go a little bit farther down. There we go. All right, like I told you before, if you want to change your silly name, just please let me know. I totally, what do you call it, tune this before I get started every morning, but it goes out of tune really fast. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody, so glad to see you. Hello, everybody, so glad to see you. Hello to Jerry, that's Audrey, so glad to see you. Hello to Pikachu, that's Audrey, so glad to see you. Hello to Baronetta, silly name, so glad to see you. Hello to Stinky Toilet, that's Billy, so glad to see you. Hello to Pirate Calvin, so glad to see you. Hello to Hot Wheels Race Car, that's Declan, so glad to see you. Hello to Lightning McQueen, that's Elijah, so glad to see you. Hello to Evan, no silly name, so glad to see you. Hello to, oh man, this is long one, Sparkle Unicorn, Strawberry Princess Eliza, so glad to see you. Hello to Henry, we're so glad to see you. Hello to Izumi, that's Hikaru, so glad to see you. Hello to, where was I? Isabella, so glad to see you. Hello to Rainbow Sparkle Unicorn, that's Josie, so glad to see you. Hello to Butterfly Sliding on a Rainbow, that's Cora, so glad to see you. Hello to Lincoln, so glad to see you. Hello to Stormtrooper, that's Lewin, so glad to see you. Hello to Petit Missouri, so glad to see you. That was Lucas. Hello to Owl with the Moves, that's Lucy, so glad to see you. Hello to Luna, so glad to see you. Hello to Potato, so glad to see you. Hello to Lion, that's Amila, so glad to see you. Hello to Silly Cheese, that's Neva, so glad to see you. Hello to Thomas the Train, that's Noah, so glad to see you. Hello to 3,000 lasers in my eye, so glad to see you too. Hello to Shay, so glad to see you. Hello to Sophia, no silly name, so glad to see you. Hello to Stella, no silly name, so glad to see you. Hello to Birdie, so glad to see you. Hello to Sarah, so glad to see you. Hello to Shy. Shy, you want a silly name? You have one. So glad to see you. Hello to Cynthia and Sarah, so glad to see you. Hello to Jasper, so glad to see you. Hello to Pascal, so glad to see you. Hello to Ethan, so glad to see you. Hello to Mia, so glad to see you. Hello to, where was I? Eon, so glad to see you. Hello to Lydia, so glad to see you. Hello to Henry Moore, so glad to see you. Hello to Izumi, so glad to see you. Hello to Elliot, so glad to see you. Hello to Abby, so glad to see you. Hello to Gabe, so glad to see you. Hello to Ariane, so glad to see you. Hello to baby Lucy, so glad to see you. Hello to baby Noah, so glad to see you. Hello to baby Jerry, so glad to see you. Hello to teacher Julie, so glad to see you. Hello to Noah's sister. I gotta find out her name, I'm so sorry. Noah's sister, so glad to see I said, I think I'm going to change up the song for the end of the day. I think I'm going to try to do the color song, see how that goes for the goodbye song. And right now, do I have my glasses? Hopefully these other glasses will work. I should have got my good glasses though. I have 2 books for today. I think I'll save the best for last and start with this book. Frog and Toad Together. Very old book. And this is a kind of a book that has more than one story in the book. So I can't remember which one did I read last time. I think I read, where were we? I think I read Cookies, right? Cookies, and I couldn't stop eating them. This time, I'm going to read one called The Dream, which is pretty weird because it is a dream. So usually odd things happen in a dream. There we go. Hopefully I don't break this book. It's very old. And we'll get started. Toad was asleep and he was having a dream. He was on a stage. Do you see him in a fancy outfit on a, like at a theater or something? And he was wearing a costume. Toad looked out into the dark and Frog was sitting in the theater. So he's at a theater. Where's Frog? Right there. Frog's in the audience, right, in the seats, and Toad's on the stage. A strange voice from far away said, "Presenting the greatest Toad in all the world." Da, 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 da. Oh man, I remember this book from last time. It's hard to turn the pages. All right, here we go. Toad took a deep bow that he went down like that, bowed, and Frog looked smaller as he shouted, "Hooray for Toad!" So he's saying hooray for Toad, but he already looks like he shrunk a little or something. And "Toad will now play the piano very well," said the strange voice. Toad played the piano, and he did not miss a note. So he's playing, dun, 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 I don't know what kind of song, and he did really well. And then the Toad said, which is weird, so this is the Toad, the guy playing the piano says, "Frog, can you play the piano like this?" "No," said Frog. And it seemed to Toad that Frog looked even smaller now when he asked him if he could play the piano like this. He said, "No, he cannot." Then the strange voice, I think it's a strange voice, said, "Toad will now walk on a high wire, and he will not fall down," said the voice. High wire is like a old-fashioned kind of game or trick or something where you walk on a little rope that's very tight and you sort of walk across with balance. Toad walked on the high wire. "Frog," cried Toad, "can you do tricks like this?" "No," peeped the Frog, who looked very, very small now. So here he is, smaller. Which one's next? This one, he's even smaller. See the chair? It looks so much bigger. This one, he's really small now. He's like as small as I don't know what, maybe like a regular frog, because he's kind of the size of a person before. So he looked very, very small. Then the strange voice came again and it said, "Toad will now dance, and he will be wonderful," said the voice. "Frog, can you be as wonderful as this?" said the Toad, as he danced all over the stage. But there was no answer. There was no answer now this time. So I think this guy got so small, that he disappeared maybe. Toad looked out into the theater, and Frog was so small now that he could not even be seen or heard. So he got like to this big, like teeny tiny, like an ant or something. "Frog," said Toad, "where are you?" There was still no answer. "Frog, what have I done?" cried Toad. And so he's looking for his friend and he can't find him. He's like, "Oh my gosh, he shrank all the way into nothing." Then someone says, "I'm right here," said Frog. And Frog was standing near Toad's bed. "Wake up, Toad," he said. "Here's Frog right here. He's back to being like a person size. I don't know, bigger." And what's his name? Toad was not actually in a play. He was sleeping, right? It was a dream. And Frog, is that really you? Said Toad. Of course it's me, said Frog. And are you your own size right now? Are you the right size? Asked Toad. Yes, I think so, said Frog. I think I'm the right size. Toad looked at the sunshine coming through the window. Frog, he said, I'm so glad that you came over. I always do, said Frog. I always come over because they're buddies. Wow, this book is really falling apart. Then Frog and Toad ate a big breakfast, and after that, they spent a fine, long day together playing Leapfrog. You ever heard of that game? Wait, let me get the picture. Someone crouches down, sort of, and then the other person jumps over their back, all the way over their head. Pretty fun game. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, I'm doing okay on time. So, next story I have that I picked for today is called Brontorina. And she is a Brontosaurus, I guess, but I think nowadays that's called an Allosaurus. I'm not sure if Brontosaurus is even still what do you call it, dinosaur. So, but let's find out. Brontorina is written by James Howe, and the drawings are done by Randy Cecil. And you can see already on the title page, Brontorina is like up on one toe, like a ballerina, right? I think that's what the story's about. Oh, here's the title. I mean, a dedication page. I don't usually read this, but I have a little extra time. This is dedication. Whoever wrote this book, they say, I wrote it for you. Like, here you go. This one says, for Mark, a dancer in his heart, from J.H. Who is that one? James Howe. And the other person says, this is for Sophie. Well, I don't know those people. It must be maybe their kids or something. All right, here we go. Here's the beginning of this story. Ooh, this is a big book, big pictures. Ah, it's glare. Okay. Brontorina had a dream. I can't get her. There we go. And only you can see her neck. She's so big. She's coming up to this lady here, and she says, I want to dance. I want to be a dancer, she says. And this lady, I don't know if you can see her very well, but she does not look too friendly to me. She's like got her hands on her hips, kind of like, who the heck are you to come to my dance class? Oh man, it's gonna be hard to keep this one in the picture, isn't it? Let me see if I can work this out better. All right. She's so big, look at that, guys. She takes up 2 pages. But you are a dinosaur, Madame Lucille pointed out. True, Brontorina replied, but in my heart, I am a ballerina. She's too big, says this other ballerina kid. And the other one says, and she does not have the right shoes on anyway. She doesn't have the whatever. What do you call the ballet shoes? I don't know what they're called. I'll keep having to adjust this. All right. So they're saying kind of like no, basically. They're saying, I don't know about this. Madame Lucille wondered what to do. She had never had a dinosaur as a student before. Dinosaurs were rather large, and this one certainly did not have the right shoes on. So there she is. She's thinking about it. She's looking up at this huge, giant dinosaur, and she's like, what can we do? Then she felt Clara and Jack tugging at her. So here's 2 kids are trying to get her attention. They're like, Mrs. What's her name again? Oh my God, Madame Lucille, Madame Lucille. Oh, please, they pleaded. So they're asking, can she please be in her, God, look at that Claire. I don't like that, guys, the glare on the pages. Anyway, they said, please, and Madame Lucille looked into the dinosaur's eyes, and she said, what is your name, my dear? And Brontorina says, Brontorina Apatosaurus. I even sound like a dancer. Don't you agree? Madame Lucille did agree. How could she not? She sounds just like a dancer named, like, what is it again? Brontorina Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus, I think that's what that kind of animal is now, the long neck. So I think that's what they call them. So I think they're going to let her be a dancer, guys. I think that's what's going to happen. Let's see what happens on the next page here. Welcome to Madame Lucille's Dance Academy for girls and boys, she said. Please try not to squash the other dancers if you can. Music, Magnolia, she commanded the piano player. As Magnolia began to play, Madame Lucille turned her commands to her students. Oh, I see. So she's like, plie, pas de chat, whatever, all the different maneuvers. Where's the lady playing the piano? Oh, there she is. There's what do they call her again? Magnolia. And then she's showing them what to do. Hold out your hands like this. And here's oh yeah, there she did. She said it. Plie, first command. Do a plie, which is that one where you squat with your legs apart, right? Then she said releve, which means I think get up on your toes. But when Bronterina gets up on her toes, oh no, she broke into the ceiling, guys. She's so tall. Do you see that? Even though these are really tall ceilings, she still hit the ceiling. Then she says arabesque, and Bronterina is actually doing a really good arabesque with on the one foot and the leg out and the arms sideways. Then she says jeté, which is that's the jumping in the air, right? But the jumping in the air, I think with your legs spread. But when she jumps in the air, oh my gosh, I can't get this in the picture very well, can I? There's where she made the hole when she did a releve. Now here she's doing jeté. Big giant hole in the ceiling. What a graceful dancer you are, my dear, Madame Lucille exclaimed. So she actually likes, man, I can't keep this in the picture, can I? I guess I just cut off my head. There you go. So she says that was awesome. Bronterina blushed. Oh, I'm sorry. On the outside, I'm a dinosaur. But in my heart, you are a ballerina, cried Clara and Jack. So they're all excited. She is totally a ballerina. And they're like, wow, I'm glad she's in our class. And this girl, though, says she still doesn't have the right shoes, though. So I don't know about those two. They might not be very friendly over there. So in the weeks that followed, she did, oh my gosh, is that on a foot? Oh, it is. There she is spinning, and the kids are underneath her. They're like, watch out, you're gonna hit us with your tail. Then, help! This one got stuck on the tail. See the big tail in the air? She's holding on for dear life. She's like, help! And this one is, hey, watch your tail! Now they have to get under it because it's just going all over the place. And then she says, the piano, don't crash on the piano. It costs thousands of dollars. Oh, Bronterina, cried Madame Lucille. I'm afraid you're too big to be a ballerina. You barely fit in my studio. And how in the world will a male dancer ever lift you over his head for the, like the up in the air moves? I could do it, Jack shouted. No, a kid's gonna try to do it? What? Wait, where is he? This kid, I guess. He thinks he could do it. Lift her up. And, no, my dear, said Madame Lucille with a sigh. You could not do it. I told you she was too big, says this girl. I think these two are the mean girls, maybe. They keep saying stuff about her that she's not good enough, I guess. Now, this page over here. A tear fell from Bronterina's eye. Downcast, she returned to leave. Oh, she turned to leave. So here's a big giant dinosaur tear is coming down. They're like, watch out, we're gonna get wet. Right there, right underneath the tear. So she turned around to leave. Wait, Clara called out, don't go. My mother has been working on a surprise for you all week. So she's saying, my mom has like maybe a present. Wow, that glare, I can't get rid of it, guys. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, for a surprise for you all week, Bronterina. She's bringing it today. Whatever are you talking about, Madame Lucille asked Clara. So she says you have to wait. My mom's been working on a surprise for for a week. So hold on, she's almost coming with it right now. Then Just then, Clara's mother appeared at the door, and she said, "You must be Bronterina," she said, holding out the surprise. "I hope these will fit you." She brought her humongous ballerina shoes, guys. Look how big they are. They're bigger than the kids. And the mom made the shoes, like custom. Well, now she has the right shoes at least, as well, those two girls aren't very friendly to me, I don't think. And Bronterina beamed, that means very happy. And she said, they fit perfectly, she cried. "I am a ballerina, or I would be, if only I weren't so big." So there she is doing a on point, I think you call that. Oh, fiddlesticks, said Madame Lucille. "Why didn't I see it before? The problem is not that you are too big. The problem is that my studio is too small." So she's saying, you know what? You are a good dancer. You deserve to have the space, like a big, I don't know, gym or something. So the whole class went off to look for a studio that would be big enough to hold all of Bronterina's talent. And they look in this big giant room here. Can you see the top? And Bronterina says, "Too small?" And Madame Lucille says, "Too small. This one's too small, not big enough." So then they go to like a barn. You know barns where you keep the hay and stuff at the farm. Then Bronterina says, "Still too small?" "Still too small," says Madame Lucille. "I have an idea," says, I think that's Jack. See, they're on the farm there. "I have an idea." Now Madame Lucille's dance academy had room for everyone. And the sign says Madame Lucille's outdoor dance academy for girls and boys and dinosaurs and cows now. And another different dinosaur comes and says, "I want to dance." And what's her name, Mrs. Sills, says, "Then you must, my dear. If you want to, then you must dance." And there they are doing their moves. I don't know what move that is. Here's the shoe shop, and all sizes. They have shoes for dinosaurs, and it's outdoors, so it's big enough, right? Oh, and there's Magnolia playing the piano. Oh, I'm running out of time, but I do have extra. I'm going to do a shorter song, so it's fine. And it all began with a dream. And there's the Triceratops, I'm pretty sure, holding up Bronterina with the holding up mover, like spinning around. Fancy. And that is the end. Bronterina. Yay, I like Bronterina. All right, guys. Like I said before, I'm going to try something different for the goodbye song because it takes so darn long and it seems kind of boring. I don't know. You can tell me if it's not. We could go back to doing the goodbye song with everybody's name. But today I'm going to try, oh dear, today I'm going to try the color song, okay? And you can go wash your hands or not. It's a good idea to wash your hands, like, I don't know, nowadays, like 20 times a day or something, if you can, or, if you have time. So you should probably go wash your hands. When I say, well, if you've got blue or whatever, you can go wash your hands. But it's up to you. Up to your mom and dad. All right, here we go. Move this down a little bit. All right. If you got red on your clothes, if you got red on your clothes, if you got red on your clothes, then you know I'll show him. But if you got yellow on your clothes, if you got yellow on your clothes, if you got yellow on your clothes, then you know wash your hands. You got pink on your clothes. If you got pink on your clothes. If you got pink on your clothes, then you can go wash your hands. If you got blue on your clothes, if you got blue on your clothes, if you got blue on your clothes, then you can go wash your hands. You got you got blue. Did I say blue on your? Did I say blue? I think I did. How about let's try you got purple on your clothes. If you got purple on your clothes. If you got purple on your clothes, then you can go wash your hands. If you got orange on your clothes. If you got orange on your clothes. If you got orange on your clothes, then you can go wash your hands. If you got white on your clothes, if you got white on your clothes, if you got white on your clothes, then you can go wash your hands. If you got black on your clothes, if you got black on your clothes, if you got black on your clothes, then you can go wash your hands. Did I do all the colors? I think I did. I might have missed blue or green. I can't remember now. How about a weird color? Have you got lavender on your clothes? Have you got lavender on your clothes? Have you got lavender on your clothes? Then you can go wash your hands. If you got neon green on your clothes, if you got neon green on your clothes, if you got neon green on your clothes, then you can go wash your hands. Yeah, that was more fun, I think, than singing everybody's name. But maybe you guys like the other one better. You can let me know. Ooh, I have a lot of extra time today. Also, let me know about silly names. Anything else you want to include? Maybe shout outs to friends or I don't know what. Something. We could do dedications maybe. What else can I talk about? Even though it's kind of rainy today, I always recommend if you can get outside somehow during the day. I think that's a really good idea. Go do something outside, like I don't know, dig in the dirt maybe, or whatever. Playing puddles possibly. It rained yesterday, right? Last night. Um, and I guess I'll see you all tomorrow. I guess I'm gonna end a little early today, which is weird, but I'll try to work out the time situation next time so I don't end so early. Maybe I'll figure out another fun thing to show you. Like maybe Jimmy or Sadie could play a song or something on the piano. Anyway, thanks everybody. I miss you so much and I love you very much. And I can't wait to be together someday again in real life. And have fun, everybody. See you tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.